Welcome to the Holistic Psychiatrist Podcast, a place for inspiration, insight, and information on holistic mental health. Join your host, Dr. Alice Lee, and discover critical information on safe, effective psychiatric medication withdrawal. Explore new ideas that enlighten and expand the mind with cutting-edge authors and experts, along with former patients as they share their miraculous healing journeys. It's time to build your well-being from the thought up. It's time for the Holistic Psychiatrist Podcast. Here's your host, Dr. Alice Lee.
All right, so today we're going to go ahead and use the Infinite Intention story form to create a story and visualization to help us reclaim abundance in our lives when it comes to relationships and financial abundance and stability. And when we talk about abundance, we're really talking about all the positive, amazing, wonderful experiences that can come to us either through financial, social avenues in our lives or through beautiful, fulfilling relationships, friendships, or romantic relationships. And we're talking about all sorts of relationships, whether it's with family members, relatives, neighbors, friends of all kinds. And when it comes to financial abundance, we're really talking about having the resources that we need, being able to access all of the materials that we need to support ourselves, and also to be able to afford the kind of experiences that we want, whether it's a place that we want to live in, maybe trips that we want to take, that it doesn't always have to be in terms of money that we make, but that all of these different experiences that we want that normally would take up a certain amount of money would be available to us. All right, here we go. We're going to start with energy breaths. And to begin with energy breaths, let's close our eyes and just take some nice, deep, relaxed breaths. Focusing on your breath to help clear your mind. Let's visualize light within us and all around us. Imagine ourselves glowing like a light bulb or a firefly. Think of this light as representing the idea of pure, perfect life energy, and that it comes from a pure, perfect, and infinite source of life energy. We think of life energy as being made of an infinite and unconditional source of love, peace, joy, truth, creativity, strength, harmony, balance, goodness, mercy, forgiveness, health, wholeness, purity, abundance, courage, freedom, order, beauty, space, time, and power. We're going to set intention to be one with this infinite source of life energy, this infinite field of life energy at all levels of our being and through space and time in our past, present, and future. We set an intention to be open and receptive to divine spiritual support and healing. We ask for that divine spiritual support and healing to help us maximize the benefits of our energy work. We also set intention that life energy will provide all of the abundant energies that we need at optimum and appropriate points in time, whether it's in the past, present, or future, to help us maximize the benefits of our energy work. So today, our overarching goal is for life energy to bring into our lives financial and relationship abundance, greater joy, greater opportunities to magnify our fulfillment in these two areas. And to do so in a way that is stress-free and easy through the inflow of additional life energy, and that the process will be done in a way that is effective, safe, smooth, and joyfully positive. And let's just start with our visualization. We're going to begin with an image of us standing on a gentle slope at the top of a sloping hill. This hill is covered with soft green grass that is softly moving in the breeze. It's a beautiful day. We're standing at the top of this gentle sloping hill. The sky is beautiful and blue and sunny. It feels like it's about 70 degrees, and a nice gentle breeze is blowing against our skin. Behind us is a field of wild flowers and grass and beautiful groves of trees where the sunshine is dancing on those beautiful flower petals and their leaves, and the trees are filled with sunshine. As we look down this beautiful slope, we see below us our problem as it's symbolized visually in different images in terms of the lack that we currently experience in our lives when it comes to abundance in friendships and finances. And they are seen in the form of these spinning holes that suck us into that state of lack again. Not being enough. Not being enough to have great friends, not being enough to attract into our lives financial abundance and fulfillment and ready resources whenever we need it. And you can imagine them as holes that not only do they spin and suck us into those kind of quicksand-like experiences, but they're also moving around, kind of appearing and then disappearing and then moving around down at the base of this hill in a certain area. And that area crosses over a dirt path that leads from the base of the hill to the edge of a beautiful stream that is filled with clear water with the sunlight dancing on its surface. And on the other side of the stream is our beautiful cottage that represents our goal of both financial and relationship abundance. And that cottage is just waiting for us. It's our birthright. It's been waiting for us to reach it all our lives. And it's a beautiful cottage with fields of wildflowers and grass around it, beautiful groves of trees, some of them flowering, some of them fruiting. And the cottage represents a place of safety and abundance, a place that we can go there and claim as our own if we can just heal from the current circumstances and build a way for us to reach that goal. And so we're going to bring life energy to bear on this situation before us. And as life energy flows from this infinite source of life energy to this situation, we're going to visualize life energy transforming these spinning holes that represents not being enough or lack, and just transforming them by first helping them be removed from our path, our dirt path. So they can be present, but they're just on each side of our path. They don't cross over our path. Then we visualize life energy slowing down that spin until it's completely stopped. There's no more of that sucking motion that pulls us into those holes. And then we visualize life energy filling each of the holes with beautiful, rich dirt. And into each of the holes that is now filled with rich dirt, life energy plants a beautiful seed that is now going to quickly grow into beautiful trees that either flower or fruit. So visualize those trees coming up from the dirt, and as they mature quickly, you see them as being these gorgeous, lovely trees, and some of them flower and become fruits that are beautiful and juicy and sweet. Other trees, as they mature, become these beautiful flowering trees that give shade and fragrance to this field. And these trees represent all of the beautiful energies and supports that allows us to transform that state of lack into a state of abundance. You can think of the state of lack as a state of scarcity, that which we experience in our lives as not being enough. And it comes from within us in terms of our beliefs, in terms of our beliefs that we don't have enough, that we aren't enough. And life energy, as it flows in, fills that energy, that sense of scarcity, with abundance, transforming the messages within our very fabric of life into the vibration of abundance, that we are enough, that we have enough, and in fact, we have more than enough. We have an abundance of everything that we need. And as you look at the field below you at the base of the hill, those holes are now replaced by beautiful trees that have abundance of fruit just hanging off its branches, waiting for us to just gather them easily for our own nurturing, for our sustenance, for pleasure, for our eyes, and fragrance that fills us up with joy as we take in the beautiful fragrance of the flowers of the trees. And now we're going to bring life energy over the stream. The bridge has a cement kind of walkway, so it's very solid. And beyond the bridge is a beautiful path that leads to the cottage. We're going to visualize and bring life energy to bear now on that path. And instead of just a beautiful dirt path, we're going to bring in life energy to create a path that is like a moving sidewalk, very similar to the kind of path that we might find at an airport, that kind of gently but quickly makes the effort of going from one spot to the other even easier. All right. And so now we see that life energy has been able to bring us all of the energy and information and support that we need to transform a state of scarcity and lack, a place of not being good enough or being good enough, into a place of abundance, of being enough, having enough. In fact, beyond enough, that we have more than enough that of whatever it is that we want and need, and that our lives flourish in a state of abundance when it comes to finances and relationships. There's so much healing energy that's coming into our space that represents the very healing energies coming into our lives. So let's go down this hill. You can see yourself walking down the slope. It's a very gentle slope. You can feel the softness of the grass under your feet. And let's take the path, the moving sidewalk, along this path, past these beautiful trees. And if you want to step off the path into the grassy, flowering field around you to gather some fruit, you can. Or gather some flowers from the trees, you can. They are all yours, and they're always going to be there in abundance. And so let's imagine that you have a basket and you decide to stop on the way to the cottage to gather some beautiful, juicy fruit from these trees, and maybe some flowers if you want. Put them in your basket and just visualize that you have at your disposal all of these resources to nurture your life, as symbolized by these fruits and flowers. And when you're done with that, let's go on back onto the moving sidewalk. It will take you to the bridge. Let's go ahead and cross the bridge and take the moving sidewalk to the cottage. And as you go to the cottage, you realize, hey, this is a cottage that's meant for me. I deserve it. It's my birthright. And as you put your hand on this door handle, recognizes your presence, your energy, your signature, and it yields to your touch. And you open the door and you go inside this cottage and you claim it as your own. This cottage represents and symbolizes all of the abundant life, energies, and resources that has always been yours, that's been always waiting for you, your entire life, just waiting for you to be there, to have everything that you want and need. That you can have an overflowing, all of the supports in terms of resources and friendships and love and relationships that make your life truly joyful and fulfilling. So let's go ahead and enter this cottage. We claim it as our own. Think of it as being beautiful on the inside, filled with sunshine and bright windows and places where you can rest and relax. And now you've reached that goal. That means that you have accepted into your life a state of abundance. You've overcome through life energy all the obstacles that get in the way of your ability to receive and integrate abundance in your life. Let's go ahead and just rest in a state of gratitude for the abundance that you are open to receiving in your life, and allow it to be received and integrated easily and perfectly and fully into your life. Now, after you've had a chance to rest in the cottage, you might want to return back to a place where you can interact with the world at the conscious level. And so just imagine that you've had plenty of time to integrate and receive the abundance that is symbolized by this cottage. And let's go ahead and move back to our state of daily consciousness. So we're going to go ahead and leave the cottage, close the door. When you leave the cottage, it doesn't mean that you're leaving abundance behind. It just means that your mind is going to refocus on other things in your life. But this cottage is now yours. It's a part of your life. That abundance has been integrated into your life. And so let's go ahead and take that moving sidewalk back to the bridge. Let's cross over the bridge. Take the moving sidewalk back to the bottom of the sloping hill where there is green, fresh grass. And let's go up the slope to the top of the hill. And now you're back where you started And as you look down into the fields below, you see the beautiful trees that have been created through life energy. There's no more holes that can suck you into a state of scarcity or lack. And you see that the cottage is always available to you because the path to abundance in terms of relationships and financial abundance is now open to you and easily accessible to you. And let's again rest in a state of gratitude for that. Take some nice deep breaths. And set intention that this beautiful energy of abundance will continue to be with you into the future, that it will continue to strengthen itself in your past, and that it will always be present in your energy in the present moment, wherever you are. Very good. Now let's just go ahead and open up your eyes. All right, so let's just take a moment and just acclimate back to a sense of presence and groundedness as we open up our eyes and come back into our normal conscious state. This particular infinite intention story form is a very powerful intervention, and I hope that it will help you with your transformation in your life so that you will find much greater abundance in your life. I know life sometimes can be difficult, and we carry that message of not being enough into our daily existence, and I hope that this meditation will help us transform that experience into a joyful, expansive, fulfilling life. For those of you who have not done so, please go ahead and subscribe to my website. My website is holisticscicatrist.com, and there's a place where you can subscribe to my newsletters and a place on my website where you can access podcasts and YouTube videos and my social media sites. For those of you who are looking for high quality supplements, on my website, there's a place called Products where you can sign up for Fullscript. And once you sign up for Fullscript, you'll have access to discounted products from really high quality providers and supplement companies that I often use to help my patients with their nutritional needs. So until next time, I hope that your life will be full of abundance, and I look forward to bringing more helping, healing approaches into your life in the future. Bye-bye.